Hi, welcome to Couples Therapy. I'm Kay.
I'm Tim. And that was one of our dogs.
Look at the camera.
Will you stop telling me to look at the camera?
Well,
I don't want to look at the camera. I want to look where I want to look.
well,
This is why we're in couples therapy.
because he won't let me get a word in edgewise, but it's because I keep looking at the screen and not the camera, which
So
shows
she
you.
assumes I'm doing the same.
Of course he's doing the same because he's watching me. So anyway, back to topic, couples therapy. Let's talk tonight about what we ran into today. So we were up at our other house getting it ready to sell, and we're on the way back home. And yes, I don't sweat, I sparkle. And
I sweat.
he sweats, trust me, he really sweats.
God, do I sweat.
And we were on the way back home, and it was the age-old argument, I'm hungry, I'd like something to eat. What would you like? I don't know.
What do you want?
I don't know. What do you want? Now, here's the complicating factor. He doesn't eat food. He eats like a teenage boy who doesn't have to worry about metabolism or actually fueling your body to work right. He eats hot dogs. Let's see if we can go through the entire menu. Other than breakfast, he does eat cereal.
Pancakes,
and bacon.
waffles, bacon.
Pancakes, waffles. But for food, for lunch or dinner, it is pizza, hot dogs, hamburgers, French fries, potatoes, sometimes carrots, spaghetti, chicken, bread, more bread, bologna sandwiches, ham sandwiches,
Chicken fried rice. Rice, mashed potatoes.
Corn.
Mm-hmm.
We've exhausted all possibilities now.
There's a few other things, but I can't think of them right now.
And before we got married, he made me the promise, since my children were 8 and 10 when we got married, our daughters, he made me and us, the children, a promise that he would try everything once.
Oh, that's the story you're telling?
He has never, in almost 19 years, tried anything once. And I'm from the South.
That's
We
so
got
not
good
true.
food.
I thought she was going to tell a different story.
What did you try?
I don't recall, Senator.
So, and yet he always says that he needs to figure out where I can eat because
she has
dietary restrictions.
a gluten sensitivity.
I don't have a gluten sensitivity. I'm
Okay,
allergic to it. I have
you
celiac.
You have celiac, yeah. It's a polite way of saying.
No, telling someone you have a gluten sensitivity nowadays is like, ooh, I can't have gluten. I'm sorry, I really shouldn't mock that, but that's what people think.
She looked away,
I did look away.
and I'm wearing makeup now.
Go out of frame. Okay, we're back. So
I wonder how long that was there. Good thing I wasn't looking at the camera, and I looked, oh, look, it's back.
turn your face. Okay. And we're back. Anyway, y'all really deserve to see this face with fake makeup. And this is Gus. Say hi, Gus. Yeah, that's what we usually get. Anyway, there's been times when I found out that I had celiac, I was like 45 years old. And it really fixed a lot of things that were wrong with me. But I have other autoimmune too, so that's a conversation for another time. And when we finally figured out that I had celiac, and yes, I was tested in the...
Oh, do continue.
Okay. When I was actually tested and diagnosed and actually went gluten-free, it made a big difference. Even though I do have other autoimmunes, I still have it.
Stop.
And for a few years, I had very, very severe reactions if I had gluten. But over the years, we've learned that it's not a reaction to any gluten. It seems to be mainly a reaction to corn-based gluten cross-contamination, like things fried in corn oil that, fries other things. But the thing is, I have gluten, and when I have gluten allergies, and I learned that from reading a lot of information online that rather than telling people you're gluten-free, you should actually tell people that you're allergic to gluten, and they take an allergy more seriously. But most of the time I find that to be true, but I was on a flight one time, and I love this airline, so I'm not going to name them, and when I asked the woman if they had a gluten-free snack because they used to have it and then they replaced it, she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I guess you won't get to be healthy on this flight." And I'm like, "Oh, lucky you, I'll survive." So anyway, back to the story. Squirrel. He says that the dietary restrictions are mine, which is why it's my choice to choose where to go. But I can literally name 20 or 30 restaurants I can go to before I'll get to one that he'll go. So that whole question of, I don't know, where would you like to eat? I don't know, where would you like to eat? Oh my gosh, that's like epic proportions here.
One of these days, I'm just going to say, you know what? I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to take you to your favorite restaurant. And hopefully she'll just say, "Oh my gosh, we're going to
Cheesecake Factory for cheesecake."
And that's where we'll go.
But they have hamburgers, so you can eat at Cheesecake Factory. But they no longer have the coffee and cream gluten-free cheesecake, which was my favorite. Cheesecake Factory, bring it back. Everybody tweet, bring it back. Coffee and cream gluten-free cheesecake, because, oh my
Hashtag now.
God. Right now. But then again, quarantine 15, I probably shouldn't be talking about cheesecake too much. I probably gain weight thinking about it. And I'm constantly looking at the camera, at the screen, rather than the camera. That's all right. We'll get better with time.
I'm just waiting for the makeup to appear.
Because I'm staring at you?
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess that's it. Epic thing in our lives that I think most couples go through. Would love to know how you solve it, or if there's a solution out there, someone share it with us. Work created a Slack thing for you that where will Tim eat, and it randomly picks like one of however many few restaurants he'll go to.
Yeah, one of the developers, he created a little Slack integration API call to a file that just has a listing of all the restaurants that I will go to that are close to the office. So you just put it in /food, and it gives you a suggestion
based on him.
Based
which
on the
tells you
restaurants
how
that I will
bad
go
it
to.
is.
And it's entertaining.
Based on him. I guess that's it for tonight. Couples therapy. I don't think we solved anything.
No.
I think we just shared our misery. Now you can suffer with us. Where would you like to eat?